Hi, and welcome to this time of prayer. And what do you have to do in life to level up, to reach the next level, to move from surviving to thriving, to be like, okay, now I am living well? So for today, I've got Hebrews chapter 6, verse 1. So let's press on to maturity by moving on from the basics about Christ's word. Let's not lay a foundation of turning away from dead works of faith in God. It's that sense that at the very basic kind of level, that the writer here is saying, okay, basics of Christ, love one another, be kind to each other. That's just the very basics. Like, if you are unkind, you got to turn away. Like, if you're not doing the right thing, if you are doing something that you know is just detrimental, stop. That's the basic. And so here the writer's like, no, we got to go on. We've got to move from the basic to maturity. We've got to press on to another level. We've got to figure out what more can be done, how we can begin to really live differently. So it's that sense of what do we say is the very basic, the very basis of survival, and then how do we understand the practices for leveling up? That it's really about self-awareness, about taking some time to go, all right, Jesus did these things, but when he found himself in really difficult moments, how was he acting? What was he saying in those moments? Not just everything's okay, everything's bottom of the baseline, but instead, when push came to shove, how did he react then? Because that means there is a sense of what it takes to level up. That when things aren't going our way, how are we proceeding? How are we engaging? When we are like, I need to thrive no matter what, doesn't mean that everything is perfect and that it's easy and that it's the way we want it. But instead, we figured out a new way to navigate in those moments. That's what leveling up is. It's saying, wait a minute, I need to be a healing presence, not just for myself, but for everyone around, and continuously saying, how do I do that? Where do I do it even when it's not easy, not what we want to do, or we think we are too busy? So for yourself, as you're thinking about this, as you're reflecting upon these words of what is the very basic level in our lives of following Jesus, of living into these teachings, and then what do we need to be thinking about now to level up, to be moving from surviving to thriving, from digging deeper into what it means to follow God every single day. Pray with me. Oh God, sometimes it's so easy to get stuck on just the very basic of loving one another and being kind. And yet you are calling us to so much more. Help us, oh God. Help us to understand what it means to move beyond the very basics, to move into a world where our actions are healing, our presence is caring, even when things are difficult, even when it's not the easiest to do or we don't think we have the time. Help us, oh God, to press on, to mature, to gain another level, to be able to level up so that we might know how to thrive. Amen. Have a great one.